Noel, thanks for the compliment. My name Nashami is a nickname from Samburu. Specifically, it means the loved one. This is a name I was given from my implementation of projects there.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So should I go ahead?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I'm reading from the book, Live Your Dreams in 7 Days, chapter 6, from page 169 to 174. But before I start reading, I would like to mention 3 quotes that are in these pages, so that as I read, members can reflect on them. The first quote is, "There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve. That is fear of failure," by Paul Coelho. The second quote is, "Fear is false evidence appearing real. The author is unknown." The third quote is, "I learned the courage was not the absence of fear, but triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers fear." A quote by Nelson Mandela. I read, titled Detox. "Beware the natural brake pads. The lesson will be incomplete if I do not include this chapter. In pursuing your dream, there are 3 natural toxins that will act like your brake pads whenever you want to take a positive step. They are known to cause people to fail because of the powerful arsenal that they employ. They will make use of 3 really effective weapons to erect massive roadblocks to bar you from living your dreams. Would you be able to guess who the trio are? Possibly not, but I'm here to let you know about them and thus fortify you enough so that you can defeat them and overcome the hurdles they may create on your journey to success. In the history of success, there is no other powerful force as this that has killed so many dreams. The members of this team work harmoniously and meticulously in executing their mission and thus form the foundation of almost all failure. They delight in your downfall and remain laughing while you are sinking. These are the greatest enemies you must defeat because there are only 2 choices. You either defeat them or they defeat you, and defeating you means failure. Failure in this case means failing in life and surrendering the pursuit of your dream, making it a mirage at best, a fairy tale. It means failing to finish what you started, the rest to your dreams. The trio I am talking about this far are fear, doubt, and worry. The chairman is fear. They walk together, work together, and whine together. If you notice one of them thereabout, know that the other 2 are waiting to pop up or just hiding behind the curtain. I say to you that to be forewarned is to be forearmed. My intention is not only to warn you, but to also arm you and ensure you do not fall into their traps. Fear kept me from progress for long. I then started doubting my possibility of success and doubted my opportunities, my products, my prospects, and everyone who tried to encourage me. I doubted everything. I worried myself about the possibility of failure in my new business and how people would laugh and scorn at me. It hurts to feel that you are headed for failure. Just to illustrate this point, you probably have heard of the infamous tightrope walker who got all the excitement in doing the trick and could not wait for such opportunity until one day a thought crossed his mind of what would happen should one day the rope breaks while he's atop. He got worried about the next event, went ahead to keenly inspect the ropes, the type of material, and the manner of tying it, all which he never bothered about before. Fear gripped him all the while, dwelling on the useless thought that it is impossible to fall down from the rope and die. He started to doubt himself, doubt his abilities to walk on the rope, doubted the credibility of his assistants, and everything else. He dropped and died the very next time he tried it. As I often say, fear is very courageous and powerful. Unlike courage, which is fearful and timid, thus must be nurtured and massaged, fear requires nothing of the sort. It will rise up on its own and go after the target. That is the way it is. It was named fear by mistake, or so do I feel. Its attributes do not exhibit its name. You are the one to encourage your courage and frighten your fear. Learn this, and you are on the way to conquering it. After leaving college for about a year, together with some of my friends, we had brilliant business ideas. One of the ideas was to build a cleaning company and start small. Each one of us contributed a little cash. We registered a business, opened a bank account, and the future looked great. Did we get any customer? No. Did we look for customers? No. Why? Some of us seemed ready to look for customers who could buy our services except one, at least theoretically, because he did not do it anyway. We were too cool for such stuff like going for customers, and of course, would be equally too cool to accept the benefits, I suppose. The idea died a still death. It was the same old fear, this time round called fear of rejection. Where would we be today? Only God knows. But you can guess, over 10 years have gone by. Next, a couple of years later, I joined a network marketing, as I said before. It was a great idea whose time had come. I had tried to figure out a business I could do while still working on my full-time job until the business matures. This proved to be the best. This is because when I was leaving college, my goal was to be in business. I could not imagine myself waiting for 30 days before seeing income. I was used to income incoming all the time because in college I ran a printing and computer services business in my hostel room. It was a nice business that kept me living a good life in college. Moving it out of college definitely required a huge amount of capital, which I had not set aside due to my myopia. And because I did not want to live with anybody, relative or otherwise, I had to look for something to do to earn a living. Business was my first choice. Having failed in ideas and capital, a job, at least a temporary job, was the quickest option. Yet going to employment, I was determined to only go there to look for money for starting my own business, my own venture. It did not take time before realizing that I would never get the money I required that easily. Story for another day. But you can guess, I even registered an ICT business, which never picked because my job required me all the time, besides being unsure about how I would acquire customers. Again, fear was a major factor in stunting this business agenda. I went back to college for a master's degree, as if to kill time, trying to figure out how to be in the business world. Going back to college was good, though it is also the easiest choice, which everyone seems comfortable with. It exposed me to the concept of information age and the information industries and the likes. It was at that point that network marketing was presented to me, and I quickly realized that its attributes conformed to the information working ideology. I jumped in. I was in business as I had wanted and still keeping my job. The business, I soon realized, was not going to work itself out. I had to still do my bit of selling. That is direct selling, a concept I belittled and hated. Till then, I had never appreciated the role of selling in entrepreneurship and success. But this will be my epiphany. It was at this point in my life that I had to face my fears and conquer them. It took me time and effort. I studied materials and researched. I attended trainings and talks. I scoured books and meditated. I was determined to succeed and live my dreams. Nothing was going to stop me. I consulted my dreams and realized my desire for success was much stronger than the fear in me. I faced it and got over it. Thank God I did. I would not be writing this book. I therefore learned the following about fear and its company. The end of